Easily the most recognizable of the Hindu pantheon of gods, Ganesh seems to be seen everywhere. On rugs, as statues, and on jewelry. One even finds him on babies' t-shirts. But who is he? What does he stand for? Where does he come from? And why is he so popular? In the Hindu pantheon, Ganesh, the patron god of the arts and sciences, as well as of intellect and wisdom, is also invoked for help with money and finances. He is one of the most popular gods in India, and because of his elephant's head, is the god most easily recognized by Western people. He even has a sect of people called the Ganapatya that worship him exclusively. The first record of Ganesh's followers gathering together to recite his holy literature occurred thousands of years ago during a 12-year retreat at Naimasaranya in northern India. At this retreat, holy men gathered to listen to recitations of the Purana, the religious texts of Hinduism. Sri Suta Goswami, a holy man famous for writing parts of the Bhagavad Purana, recited the holy books dedicated to Ganesh. They are called the Ganapati Purana. These books chronicle the origins of Ganesh and several myths associated with him. One myth describes Ganesh's miraculous creation by Parvati. As the myth goes, Parvati desired a son and created him from dirt found in her body creases.
Parvati decided to follow the advice given earlier by a friend, thinking to herself, I should have a servant of my own, a man of accomplishment, who will be favorable to me and obey me, and no other. One who will not wander even a hair's breadth from my side. From Shiva Purana.
The myth goes on to describe what happened when Shiva attempted to gain entry to Parvati's chambers.
Then at that time the great lord arrived and desired to enter the house. Ganesha, who was standing in the doorway, did not let him in. Then the Lord became angry, and the two of them started to fight with each other. Ganesha struck the great Lord with his axe. But the great Lord, raising his trident, struck off Ganesha's head, which fell to the ground. Shiva Purana.
Feeling remorse for his actions, Shiva took the head of the first creature he saw, an elephant, and put it on Ganesha's shoulders, bringing him back to life. The Ganapatyas, along with most Hindus, believe that every physical aspect of Ganesh has a meaning. While it is possible to show him with as many as 14 hands, Ganesh is typically portrayed with 4 hands, each holding a different object representative of his traits. One of his hands is posed in a mudra, a hand gesture, that represents protection. In a way, his hand gesture makes it seem as though Ganesh is inviting one to sit with him in peace. His second hand carries an elephant goad or axe to prod man towards truth and strike down obstacles in his path, while his third hand usually holds a sweet rice ball, representing the intrinsic reward of knowing one's self. His fourth hand carries a noose or rope, symbolizing material desires and attachments, which can snare a person and keep them from spiritual growth. But symbolism isn't just about hand postures or items. Every part of Ganesh's body has a meaning. Take, for instance, his rotund belly. Some sources claim that his belly represents the ability to digest life peacefully, while others assert that his belly is so large because he swallows the sorrows of the universe. There are approximately 57 symbols associated with Ganesh. One of them, his mouse, is quite interesting. Traditionally, in Hindu symbolism, the mouse represents desire. Ganesh, elephant-headed one, remover of obstacles, he of the rotund belly, rides the mouse. The act of riding the mouse symbolizes Ganesh's victory over worldly desires. Many Indians celebrate the day of Ganesha's birth, the Chaturthi, which takes place between the 20th of August and the 15th of September. Artisans and sculptors spend all year preparing for Chaturthi by building statues of Ganesh out of clay, sometimes as large as 19 feet tall and 190 tons. During Chaturthi, the statues are dressed with clothing made especially for the occasion and draped with flowers. Incense is burned in his honor, and people make offerings of food and money, hoping for Ganesh's blessings and good luck through the year. The Hindu ritual for honoring a god by making offerings is called puja. Puja involves a series of ritual actions and chanting, followed by a short period of prayer and meditation. Offerings to Ganesh include fruits, nuts, flowers, and money. Following the puja, the worshippers gather together for food and entertainment, often including dances and ragas dedicated to Ganesh. One such raga, the Vapati Ganapatim, was written by Muthuswami Dikshar in the Hamsadvani raga form, which consists of an ascending scale of sa, re, ga, pa, ni, sa, and a descending scale of sa, ni, pa, ga, re, sa. These notes correspond roughly to our Western scale of C, D, E, G, B, C ascending, and C, B, G, E, D, C descending. In the Vapati Ganapatim, Dikshar describes Tiruvaru, a temple dedicated to Ganesh, as well as graphically describing how Ganesh is presented on the walls of the temple and in its sculptures. When Chaturthi is over, the statues are ritually submerged in the sea or another body of water. There, the clay dissolves, symbolizing the cycle of life and death. Recently, however, certain artisans have been creating their statues out of plaster and using toxic paints. When the plaster and paint decompose, they add to the chemical and organic pollution of the body of water the local people sink their Ganesh statues in. Because of this, certain ecological groups have made movements to ban the use of plaster or chemical-based plaster dyes, containing mercury, cadmium, lead, and carbon. Despite the risks of water contamination, Chaturthi is still one of the most popular holidays in India. It is most popular in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Other parts of India that formerly belonged to the Maratha Empire also celebrate it. Even Hindus outside of India celebrate Chaturthi. Any major city in which Hindus can be located will usually host some kind of festival, even if it's only a small puja held in someone's living room and a statue submerged in a bathroom tub. Ganesh can be found everywhere. Roadside shrines, modern art, clothing, on top of CD players, in temples in New York, and as an action figure. All across the globe, Hindus from every background are offering up prayers and food to the remover of obstacles, the god of wealth and intelligence, the jolly god Ganesh. From ancient India to modern times, the elephant-headed one has guided man towards truth, righteousness, and the Hindu way.